Hey guys, I am super excited to bring you my update number 2 on my All e.l.f. Makeup Project 10 pan. And this update I have used up 2 other products and essentially 2.5 because one of the things I hit my goal for, but I'm going to continue using it on. So I will get to the first 2 products that I used up. First, I had the HD Mattifying Balm, and I used this as a face primer. And as you can see, it is completely done. It's basically now just a double-sided mirror. I really do think that this is a great primer. It has a thicker kind of silicone-y texture to it. I wouldn't suggest it though for people who have dry skin. I mean, when you think of mattifying, you think of someone who has oilier skin who probably has a harder time keeping their skin a little bit more matte. But definitely I think this is for an oily skin kind of person, because I used it, you know, over the last few months, and I have gotten more and more dry with my skin just over the last couple months. I think just the different changes with pregnancy, and I mean, it really clung to those dry areas. So I would have to kind of do a few different primers in certain areas, especially like around my nose and my T-zone area, because that's where I was, or I still am, kind of the driest. And so I could use this primer only really like on my cheeks, or a little bit more on the top of my forehead and stuff like that, just so that it wasn't so noticeable how dry my skin was. But I do think that it's an excellent product, especially for those who do have oily skin. I used up the lip gloss in Make-A-Wish, and you probably can't see all of the empty spots that I can, but there is still product around the edges, but I wasn't able to really get it to move down so that I could get it with the applicator. I tried putting it in a cup of hot water, and I don't know if just the plastic is too thick or the actual lip gloss is too thick, but it didn't budge. I tried storing it in different ways to see if it would kind of move to the top or the bottom. Didn't do that as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this quits. It was brand new when I first started the Project Pan, and then this was where the first update, and then I've been using it like crazy, so that's how I used it up in this last 3 to 4 weeks, because I was just putting it on every single day, either over top of a lipstick or by itself. If I was just kind of hanging around the house and I just wanted something on my lips to just give me a little bit of moisture, I would put on that. So I was really very motivated to get that product done this update. And then the most exciting update for you guys is the pan that I hit on the St. Lucia bronzer. I am just so shocked that I finally hit pan on this product. Bronzers are super hard for me. This has been in several, I think at least 2 other project pans in my history, and I've just tried to use it and use it and use it, and I finally have hit pan, and a good amount of it actually. So I had watched over my introduction video, and my goal was to at least hit pan, but I really wanted to use it up completely. So technically I hit my goal, but I will be using it over the next few months of this project pan to try to use it up completely. On one side of the product, I do notice that it's quite a thin layer, so I think that by the next update, well, you'll be seeing a lot more pan on that side, and then I'll have to really focus on this side, which is still on the thinner side with layers of product, but there still is quite a bit over there. So this one was the all-star excitement of this update. Then there was the Hydrating Under Eye Primer. This one is still going strong. I can kind of tell that there's product still left in there, but it does still feel quite full. And I use this underneath my eyes as well as around kind of my T-zone area, just because I couldn't use the mattifying balm in that area. So this really helped to continue to prime my face without clinging onto that dry spots and dry areas. And then I have the highlighter that I'm using in Spotlight. This is one that I have just been, you know, twisting up the cap, taking that product, putting a couple dots on each side, and very lightly blending it in with my fingers, and it gives it a nice glow. I think I said this in this last update that you do have to be very careful blending that in, because it can disturb the makeup underneath just because it is quite thick and a little sticky, but I still like the look of it once it's completely done. And then my e.l.f. Black eyeliner. This is my holy grail. It's still going strong as well. All of the print has gotten off of there, so you know it's well used when all of the label comes off. But Love that, still giving me a very nice pigmented black line. Still not a ton of progress on the Sweet Retreat blush, at least not that you guys are going to be able to see. When I really look up close, I do feel like I can see the circle of the pan very in the middle, so I'm hoping that means that it's getting lower. And then on the side that I've been really concentrating on, I do notice that there's a little bit more, again, of the pan on the edges showing. I can just see that it's moving down a little bit because I have been focusing on just one side of the product to try to get to that pan, because this one I'm just trying to hit pan. That would be my ultimate goal for this. I have really been loving the long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow in Confetti. And this is just a very nice white with a lot of glitter in it, and I've been using it as just a shadow base. So for my lid color, whatever I choose that day, I apply this just directly to the lid and then apply that shadow over top, and it makes any of those shadows that I'm using really just pop, and the color and the pigmentation is just a little bit richer. And I have noticed that when I'm not using this, I feel like the shadows do just look a little bit duller depending on which shadows I'm using. So I've gotten a little spoiled with having this white base underneath there. And what I did do this last month is that I pushed over the product to the side, just because that helps me see where I'm at in the project pan, where I'm at with the product itself. So as you can see, I have not gotten to the halfway mark, but I'm almost there and going strong with this one. So I use this basically every single day. Last are my two lipsticks. These are the matte lip creams or matte lipsticks. The first one is in Nearly Nude, and I've made pretty consistent progress with this. So the intro first and then second update. So this is where I'm at, the second update. I can't wear this lipstick by itself. It just washes me out completely. So I do have to have some sort of like mixture of another lipstick or a lip gloss over top. But when I do have that, I think it's a really, really pretty nude. And then the color Natural, which is a little bit more pink. And I hope that I have this done by next update. I think that I can get that done. This is where the intro was, first and then second. So about the same amount of movement for both of those lipsticks. Just a little reminder, if you guys have these lipsticks, that there is a sharpener at the bottom, and I've really thought this have come in handy since I've been using them pretty consistently, just to sharpen that tip, because if you don't, the end of it does quite get dull, and so it's nice to have a little bit sharper tip so you can get a little bit more of a defined look when you're using this product. So definitely don't forget about that. It comes in handy a lot. So that's my second update for this project pan. Let me know what's the latest seasonal project pan video. I've been watching a lot of videos, and I know that there are a few that are coming to the end in the next couple weeks. But I don't know if like the next one's going to be like the finished 4x 4th of July, or if there's a new one that in the kind of the project pan community that I don't know about yet. So let me know down below what the next seasonal challenge is going to be, because I would love to participate in that with you guys. So give me that heads up. Just posted my second month update for my Pan That palette, so definitely go check that out. And I will see you in one of my next videos. Bye!